Hey everyone, it's Mr. Canfield. Unfortunately, I don't have as much time as I wanted to make this video, but I should have enough time to at least get the basics out there. So we're gonna be having a quiz on this coming up soon. So I'm gonna go over last year's retake, and I'm gonna try to be as clear as possible. Just let me know whatever you need. Feel free to email me or whatever. So we start out with a poorly drawn, that is a Z, not the number 2. So if this says this is 89 degrees, just remember that anytime we have two lines, we still have one line. We can just ignore the bottom there. Well, anytime we've got a straight line, we know that straight line is 180 degrees. So if this one comes in and intersects it, it breaks it up. That's part of it. That's the rest of it. Together, they're 180. And so I could take my calculator and just do 180 minus 89. Oh, I don't have my calculator on me. I'm really not prepared. And if I do that, I believe I get 91 here. But whatever we get there, I believe it's 91. You know what, let me just pull up the calculator on my screen. If there's anything relevant, I will be sure to alert you. Forgive my lack of professionalism. I really do only have time to do this one take. Yeah, okay. Well, so that's great. That's all well and good. And you could use this idea to go around the circle and go, well, here, these have to add up to 180, this one here and this one here. And so it turns out that one's 89. But that hopefully brings back that when they are diagonally across from each other like this, they are congruent because there's something called vertical angles. And so this last one here is going to be 91 as well. I'm going to use this fact for the rest of the paper. Anytime I've got a crisscross like this, I know I'm guaranteed to have the vertical angles. All right, so for our next one, we've got this, and again, it's a straight angle, straight line, and so that's part of it, and that's the rest of it. So together we know they're 180. So if I do 180 minus 152, it's 28. That's what that was. That's 28. All right, then we get to this one, and I get a lot of questions about this one. It looks like there's so much going on, but like, hey, if I just ignore all this up here and I just look down here, well, look at that. It's just two lines crossing. So that's 62. And so is that Z. They're diagonal across the vertex from each other. So that's also 62. Up here, I see 135. Well, hey, look, we have a straight line. So since we have a straight line, I know that and that together are 180. So if I do 180 minus 135, I'll get this Y value here, which I believe is 45. Wait, I should actually write it here. So 45, and then that means that this is 45, and this is 135, right? And the phrase I started using that I think is helpful is we're just gonna copy and paste, since we have two parallel lines, and this is the same transversal for both, we can copy and paste these down here. What is in the spot of W? 45 is, it's the top left. So W is also 45. So I got 45, 45, then I have some stuff over here. Okay, so this is a different transversal, so it's gonna be different stuff to pay attention to. So here we have 120 and X, and they're vertical angles with each other, so that means that X is 120. Sonia, say hi.
Hi!
You're in the recording now. All right, so for our next one, we have, oh, there's just two lines crossing. So it's really the same thing as up here. They're either gonna be the exact same number or they're gonna add up to 180. And that's, for the rest of the paper, that's really what we're trying to find out. So I'm gonna do that first and then talk about what we do from there. So like for this first one, you really, before you watch me do it, please think about it. It's gonna make me going through it be more meaningful than if I'm the first time you're thinking about it. So when I see these, we've got a straight line this way. So I could say these two together add up to 180. So I could say 3x minus 4 plus x plus 2 equals 180. So how about in this situation? Well, here, they're across the vertex from each other. These are vertical angles. So I could write that they're equal to each other. And so for every question for the rest of the paper, I think, okay, no, not numbers. Number 7 is just a repeat, but for these 3, it's going to be another one of those where, well, remember that we're going to be copy pasting, right? So if I think about the positions that these are in and the position that these are in, this is this position right here. I'm stealing this from one of you. I had a student do this. They wrote the actual piece in the other part so that they could see it better. And sure enough, well now, hopefully we can see this as a straight line. So they add up to 180. So we could say 8x plus 16 plus 2x plus 4 equals 180. And then, I just want to, whatever, it's all the same. So B and D, well, here's B, here's D. We see that B and D are the same number. They're the supplement to 42. So if I do 180 minus 42, is that 138? Doesn't hurt to double check. So yeah, 132, 132, oh, 132, 132, okay. Now I need A and C. A is top right, C is bottom. Okay, so C down here is 99. We just gotta figure out what A is. I'm tripping myself out with that 99. Is it just 79? Nope, 81. 81 is the other number. So, just a reminder, we are able to kind of look at individual pieces. The relationships that must happen in there have to happen. I know I just said things that have to happen, but like, that's one of the points in math is that if we're able to show, oh, this is a guarantee, well, then you're allowed to see what that guarantee implies. So like here, these are both in the top right. That is they are corresponding. They're in the exact same spot. And hopefully we remember the way that this all works out. They're equal to each other. Well, okay. So you could say 9x is equal to 10x minus 8. And on our last one here, I got a 50-50 just to guess it, but if I look at what spot these are in, this is this spot here, or you could say, well, this is this spot here. Either way, we have supplementary angles. So 4x minus 3 plus 2x plus 15 equals 180. So the reason that I did all this first is this is all the geometry. I'm done geometry now. This is enough to pass. I could stop here and I'd pass the test. So now let's talk about getting the last points to raise us up from passing to decent grades. And the first line of defense is combining like terms. So I'm gonna use these two as kind of a foil for one another. Sorry, that's an English term. I'm gonna use these as a way to contrast one another and think about it. So this says 4x plus 2. This has 2 x's, but they're on the same side. So let's combine like terms. We got 3 x's, we got 1 x's, that's 4 x's. Then minus 4 and plus 2, that's minus 2. And again, the way that you can do that with a calculator is you can do minus 4, oh wait, let me clear this out. Oh, negative 4, does it do, oh, and this one I guess you have to do, all right. So I guess if I were using Desmos Scientific acts more like the calculators that you've likely used in class. So now I can do -4 minus 2, and it'll just do it for you. So I do think that that's a good way to do it. All right. All right, nice high tech. All right, so now that we're here, oh, this is cute. One of them says -2, one of them says +2. In this one, we're gonna add 2 to both sides. In this 2, we're gonna subtract 2 from both sides, all with the notion of using inverse operations to kill this guy. Now I have a 4x, and I have a 4x. So I'll divide by 4 in both situations. And I believe 182 divided by 4 is a decimal, because I got lots of complaints about that today. Sure enough, yeah. So in this one, x is 45.5, and in this one, x is 12. All right. I was about to ask you if you have any questions. I can't hear you right now, I'm sorry. But please let me know if you do have any questions. All right. So now we got 8x plus 16 plus 2x plus 4. So that's like, in both of these situations, we're going to combine like terms first. I can't do it in this one because there's an equals in the middle. You can't just mush them together and get 19x. So we'll have to deal with this one. I'll deal with both of these right now. So this is a good example of, hey, pause the video, make sure you can do it. So 8 and 2 is 10. 16 and 4 is 20. So I'll subtract the 20 from both sides. I'll get 10x is equal to 160. Divide both sides by 10 and get x is equal to 16. All right. And then number 9. I know I'm bouncing all around, but I think it's good to do it this way. So 4, we got 2x, that's 6 x's. Minus 3 plus 15, that's plus 12. So we'll subtract the 12 from both sides, get 6x is equal to 168. And then we'll divide both sides by 6. I think it's gonna be like 4. No, it's not 4. It's gonna be way bigger than 14. It's like probably 24. Nope, I was close. Oh, right, because 6 times 8 is 48. 28 is what I got. Okay. So this one. If you want, you could subtract 9x from both sides. If you do that, I don't recommend doing it this way. If you do that, over here, we have 1x minus 8. What's left over here? This is why I don't recommend that a lot of students get stuck when they cancel everything out. There's nothing left. There's a 0. 9 minus 9 is 0. So now I'd have to add 8 to both sides and get 8 is equal to x. It's true. Maybe not the most enjoyable way to do that problem. You might even want to rewrite it and say 10x minus 8 is equal to 9x. It's the same thing, I just wrote the sides on opposite sides. So I was about to subtract 9x from both sides again. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know which way is going to be nicer. Maybe you want to do plus 8 to both sides and get 10x is equal to 9x plus 8, and now subtract the 9x from both sides and get x is equal to, why did I say minus 8? Plus 8. X is equal to 8. If you had written it the way I wrote it earlier, 9x is equal to 10x minus 8, you could subtract the 10x from both sides. 9 minus 10 is -1, so -1x is equal to minus 8. We'll divide both sides by -1 and get x is equal to 8. So it doesn't matter. What matters is the steps you're doing are legal moves. As long as they're valid moves, you can do whatever you want. Like you could add 5 to both sides in an equation. I don't know why you'd want to in this, but you could. I think that covers everything. So, cool. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions or anything. Bye.